Hello, friends. Amy D back. Let's mass make some coin envelopes today. And I'm going to make 5 of them. And let's see how long it takes us to make 5 coin envelopes. You can make these any size that you want. I'm going to start with my papers, 7 by 7. Sorry about that. Crash. It happens. So I've got 2 pieces, and you can use printables, you can use scrapbook paper, you can use, I'm going to use a beautiful ledger, so we'll do that. So let's cut this one, we'll start this one, we're going to do 7 by 7. And I've just got these are one-sided. No biggie. We can ink the inside. You could line it if you chose to. It might make it a little bit thick, but you can do that. You can ink it. I generally kind of like to ink it. I've got a folded edge up there. I think I want this bottom edge. So let's do this 7 by 7. Got that one. Now this one I'm going to use to show you on. We'll do this one first. Love this color green. And it's a kind of a thick cardstock too, but it's nice. It's a nice paper. And we're going to do a piece of music paper. So let's see what we got here. This is 9 inches, so let's take some of this side off of here. Some of this blank space. We'll take this. I think well, maybe not. And then we're going to go on this side and take some of this blank side off. Let's see where we are now. Let's do this side. We're going to do 7. We're going to take some of the blank off of the top. I like that page number up there, so we're going to leave that there. And now we're going to make this 7 inches, so 7 by 7. There we go. We've got that. We'll get rid of some garbage. I'm going to keep this because, I mean, that's a good piece of paper right there. And our last piece is this beautiful piece of ledger from 1829. Love it. Let's do 7 inches. I'm going to keep this edge over here. I really like that. And then we'll do the top. 7 inches. This is left, and it is gorgeous. I will not throw this away either. That is why everything is in such a mess, because I won't throw anything away. Do we throw anything away? I can't. I don't. I rarely do. Okay, so let's start with this one. I'm going to show you how to make them on this one, and then we're going to go through and mass make with these ones. Okay? So let's start with this one. What we're going to do is we have the side that we want on the outside is going to go down. This is the same on both sides, but we're going to fold it over until our centers meet and we have just a little bit of an overlap. And I will show you the overlap, how much of an overlap. Let me get my card out here. Let's smooth this down. And if you see, you've got just that little bit of an overlap there. Now we're going to fold the bottom up about a ½ an inch. And I'm going to ink my fold lines so that you can see them good, like I have in the other videos. And then the top we're going to fold down about 1 inch. So we'll take it down And we'll fold that down. Make sure that we have everything lined up straight. And now when we unfold it, let me ink here for you so that you can see my fold lines good, or better anyways. And sometimes inking helps you see what you're doing better too. So a lot of times I'll ink the insides just so that I can see those lines and make sure that I'm getting in the right, I want to get on the right spot. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut this piece out, this piece out, this piece, and this piece. And we're going to do it just like we have the other ones, where we're going to go right inside the lines. And I'll do these ones with my scissors just so that you can see how to come across here. You're just going to go right on the inside of that ink line. And now you're going to go at an angle to meet it. I'm going to go right up to the other side of that line, and then I'm going to go at an angle. That's my bottom, and you see that we have that angled. I'm going to go about a matching angle there, go right up past the line, and then we're going to come right on this side of the line, the inside of the line on that bottom, and cut that out. So there's our bottom. The top, we're going to go right on the inside, and we're going to go right there, and then we're going to go straight down right on the inside of that line. So we're going to go right down there. We'll go right down there on this one, on the inside, straight down, and then we're going to go right here. There we go. Now, this is our top, and this is our bottom. We've got a 1-inch top, we've got about a 1/2-inch bottom, maybe a little bit more, somewhere between a 1/2 inch and 3/4 of an inch, but it is noticeably smaller. So what we're going to do now is we're going to fold this together, but we're not going to crease the middle. We just want these lines, this line and this line, to match up. And we're going to match up those tops just like that. And we're going to come in and go at an angle so that we have a nice angled spot there, right like this, both sides. And now the bottom, we're going to do the same thing, but we're not going to do it as dramatic as that. We're just going to do it a little bit on the bottom. We're just going to go right up there. And see, we don't have a crease in there. We do not have a crease. We just folded it over and matched them up. Now we're going to fold our pieces over so that we have that overlapping spot on top. I'm going to take my card and smooth it down again so it's nice and flush. I'm going to get my glue. And this is, you want to be careful. You don't want to get any glue in here. So you're going to do a thin line on this side, right at the edge. And then you're going to do a thin line on this side, right at the edge. And we're going to put those over, just like that. We'll wipe away any excess glue. And you see I don't have any glue on the inside, so it's not sticking together. Now we're going to bring this up. We've got that little bit of a curve at the bottom. So this is going to be where it's really important that we don't get any glue on the inside of there. We want to go right on the outside here, on that corner there, and then we're going to go right across the bottom and fold it up. And now we've got that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take a corner rounder. If you don't have a corner rounder, you can cut them by hand. We're going to take our corner rounder and make a corner. Put in the other side and make a corner. And now we've got a coin envelope. Fold that down, and that's your flap. Oh, I've got that crooked, don't I? I've got that real crooked. Anyways, there's our flap. You can put stuff inside of it. You could glue it to a page and have it glue this side and this side around the three sides, and you could have a pocket behind it. You could stick stuff in it and stick it in a pocket so that they have kind of like things to look through. You can decorate the front of it if there's not any decoration on it. There's a lot of things you can do with these. I like putting stuff in them and sticking them in a pocket, a big pocket, or a lot of times on my journals, the covers have big pockets on the insides and of the front and the back, and these are nice to put in there. You can put journal cards in there, you can put tags in there, you can put pictures in there, pieces of ephemera, stuff to play with, whatever you'd like to put in there. So that's this one. That's how we make them. What we'll do, and this one definitely I would go through and I would ink it. It doesn't have any decoration on it right now. So if I were going to use this just like it is, I would go through and I would ink along here. I'd go along the back. I'd want to get these spots here. And there you've got a nice base to decorate on. So there's that. Now let's mass make them. So what we'll do is we'll do all of our folds at the same time. We'll go through just like we did before, and we'll do similar movements on different pieces of paper. Now, if you're going to use ledger, this will not work on ledger if it's brittle. You've got to have a good supple piece of paper, and you're going to want to make sure that it doesn't crack. That is very, very important, because if it cracks, you're going to need to tape or reinforce all of your edges, and that kind of takes away. I mean, you can do that by all means, but this is just a simple process, really. And if you have to do all that, then you have the issues of it perhaps falling apart when it's in your journal and somebody's using it, and you don't want that, especially if you're selling your journals. Whatever you're selling, you want it to be professional. You want it to, withstand people using it, because you want people to use the journals that you make for them. I do, anyways. When like my family and stuff and friends, when I've given them a journal, I've asked them specifically, please write in it, use it, love it, because that's what it's for. It's to write in, it's to draw in, it's to do, tuck stuff in. These journals that we make can become family heirlooms. I would love to have come across a journal that my grandmother had, or my mom, that they had just stuck pieces of their life in. That would have been so amazing to come across. So anyways, when I give somebody a journal, I ask them, please use it. This is yours. This is something for you to use. It's not just a decoration. It's no good if it's just a decoration and we don't use it. Okay, so here's our last one. I should have flattened them all out as I was going, but I didn't. But then I remembered. I'm still new at this, you guys. I'm still learning. There we go. We'll do this one about an inch at the top. So there we've got all of our folds done now. We're going to go through and we're going to do all of our cuts now. And just remember, we're going to do it. I did the wrong. No, I didn't. Okay, I didn't. I thought I cut it the wrong direction, but I didn't. That happens occasionally. And these ones on the bottom, I'm just going to do at a little angle as I'm cutting them instead of folding them. These ones I'm going to take off this way. I find it folding them together and cutting them like I did in the example is the easiest way for me to make sure that those lines look the way they're supposed to. Otherwise, I get them all kinds of wonky. So we'll do this. Line that up. And just come in at an angle. So there, we've got that one. Get rid of some garbage. We'll come in with this beauty. And we're going to do our little cuts down here. And then we'll come through here. Hope everybody has a good day today. There we go. These are such pretty pieces of ledger. I love them. I'm not real sure where I got this from. I may have gotten it from Deb, my partner in crime, my co-seller. These may have been hers or Nikia's. I'm not real sure. So if this ledger belonged to you, let everybody know so that they can get some too if you still have some. Now we're going to come in at an angle. Cut it up. There we go. We're done with that one. Well, I didn't fold up that green one. I'm not a very good teacher. I'm new here. That's my excuse. I'm new here. And let's ink this one because I think some ink will look nice on this. And we'll ink 2 of them and we won't ink 2 of them, just like we did with the other ones. Come along here. Come along here. That one. Now this one will, let's see, this is directional. So I want to make sure and get everything going in the right direction. I did not do these folds on this one, so let's get that done. We'll open it up. Once you get going on them, it is so quick and easy to do these. And they're nice to have in your arsenal to use, you know, and any of these things can be used for Happy Mail too. That's something that I want to do more of. I want to get into sending Happy Mail because I don't do that near enough. I really don't. I don't think I slanted the book page or the music page either. So we'll do that. Make sure we have everything proper and right. Because I will come across it and I'll be like, oh, why didn't I do that? I'm new here, that's why. It's going to be my excuse. I'm new here. There we go. That one, I didn't. So let's do that. And again, we're not making a crease in the middle. We're just matching up those sides and going up and making just a little bit of an angle there. There. There's our 4 other ones. Let me get rid of some garbage. And now we'll go down. Okay, we won't ink that one. We will, and we won't. So let's throw some ink on here. And what we'll do is we'll first let's cut our corners. Let's do our corners here. Let's do those first. That way we don't have to redo the ink when we ink it after we cut it. So it'll be done. We'll do our corners. There. Those are done. Okay, now we'll ink. Now we'll ink. I'm going to use my walnut stain. And I'm going to go through and just ink around the edges. And then we could always ink the rest of it when we're done with it, but we might as well do it right now. We're on it, so let's just do it. There's that one, and we'll ink this one. You could also slant this top instead of round the corners of it, but I kind of like it rounded on that one for this envelope. It looks good both ways though, but I like it rounded. Let's do these ones. There, all done. All inked, almost. There we go. Isn't that lovely? That is a beautiful piece of paper. That is really beautiful. Okay, now let's glue. We'll do all of our gluing. So we're going to open it up like this. We've got our one side in, we've got our other side out. So let's get our glue, and we're going to go right along here, right on that edge, and then right on this edge. And it's almost hard to see because it's white, but you can see I've got the glue right at the edge and right at the edge there. And we'll just fold it over. Now we're going to go down here and we're going to go around the outside, but not at the top. And there's that glue. It's right at the outside, but not on the top. So we'll fold that over. And now we've got our envelope. There's that. Let's do this one. We're going to fold it in, put a bead of glue right down that side there, and then right on this side. Fold it over. We're going to go around the outside of this one. And see how we've just got that slight angle down there? That's all we want at the bottom. You don't even see it from the outside. That flap covers it up, but it just keeps it so that this flap folds up easy. Is the biggest reason that we do that. And there's that. Now we'll do these ones. And fold it over. I love this. I love making it out of music page too. So this just goes to show you can use anything that you want to make these, any kind of piece of paper that you want. You could use, let me ink that. You could use book page. If you have a wide enough piece of book page, you can make them bigger, you can make them smaller, you can use a digital, you can use music paper just like this is, you could use ledger, you could use scrapbook paper, anything that you want. But there's your coin envelope on this one. And then here, we're going to do the same thing. Get right over there. We'll go across the bottom. And we'll fold that up there. And there's our envelope. We're going to ink the inside of this because I forgot. And there we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coin envelopes, and we did that in 26 minutes. So these can all be, you can use them just exactly like they are. The ones that have the designs on them, I probably wouldn't do a whole lot to, but you can decorate them. You can put people on them. What we'll do is, this is another thing too that we'll come back to, and we'll decorate. We'll do some decorating videos where we take some of our bases. This is a good base to start with. You've got 5 coin envelopes. We could put closures on the back if we chose to. We'll talk about that, and we'll decorate. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. Have a good day, y'all. Bye.